For those of you who don't know the story, in 1914, Babe Ruth hit his very first home run right here, a place that was later to become the Cumberland County Fairgrounds. Recently, during the 250th anniversary celebration, we went downtown and visited the Babe Ruth Traveling Museum and spoke to Joe Short. Joe's going to bring back some of the memories and give insight to the Babe's short visit to Cumberland County. Tell us about the museum, Joe.
The museum is located in Baltimore, 2 blocks west of 3rd Base, Camden Yard. And it is actually the birthplace of Babe Ruth. His mother went there because she had her family living there. Also, there was a local midwife to help out, but probably the biggest reason she went there, she did not want him being born in the apartment above the saloon, which present location is Short Center Field, Camden Yard.
Tell me, Joe, I understand that there's some history with the Babe in connection with Fayetteville.
Oh, definitely. This was his first professional activity. He had just signed as a 19-year-old kid out of St. Mary's School, and Jack Dunn signed him to play baseball. To get out of St. Mary's at that time, you had to be age 21. So Jack Dunn had to legally adopt him to get him out. He came down here, and all the older players made fun of Jack Dunn, the manager's baby, the Babe. Newspapers picked up on it, and that's how he got his nickname in Fayetteville. He also hit his first home run about a mile up the road here. Also, he had his first strikeout in that game, too.
Tell us a little bit about the Babe's personal life.
Oh, he was quite a character. Before age 7, he was running the streets, fighting, skipping school, chewing tobacco, drinking excess liquor from the bottles in the saloon. So his parents put him in St. Mary's School, which at that time was a combination school for orphans and wayward boys. He was trained to be a tailor, and his daughter Julia, who's still living, says in later years the Babe used to pride himself on mending his own clothes. Can you imagine a big Babe Ruth with a needle and thread?
His last public appearance was where?
The last major public appearance was actually at Yale University. He presented a script from the Babe Ruth story, William Bendix. Last major league was a picture we have on the exhibit, was about 2 months before he died in Yankee Stadium.
That's wonderful, Joe. Tell us about the exhibit that will actually stay in Fayetteville that's connected with the Babe Ruth Traveling Museum.
One of our major panels we've made specifically for Cumberland County in Fayetteville. We will leave that here to be put on permanent display. It features all the activities, the locations of the hotel, the ball field, etc.
So in the future, someone will be able, in Fayetteville, will be able to see this and connect the history with the Babe.
Right. We also like to point out that Babe, like a lot of people, had never seen an elevator. So at the old Hotel Lafayette, he used to ride up and down the elevator, and he used to pay the local operator in there money to let him do that. He was a 19-year-old kid. He'd been institutionalized 12 years. Then he got homesick, so he used to get a bicycle from the hotel, ride down to the local train station to watch the trains go past, figuring those were the same trains going past St. Mary's School in Baltimore.
Well, folks, you've heard it from the docent, Joe Short of the Traveling Babe Ruth Museum. And believe me, young guys, if you didn't pick up on one of the things he said, if you're running around cutting the fool when you're about 7, 8 years old, it'll get you put in the reform school.
Keep in mind, education is knowledge and it's money. They cannot, once you get that knowledge and stay in school, they can never take it away from you. Just think how lucky we are in the United States. Those kids all over the rest of the world, a lot of them cannot go to school.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay.